It's no surprise that Oshi No Ko has quickly become one of the most popular anime of the season. With a captivating story, fun and likable cast of characters, and absolutely stunning visuals, there are so many things for anime fans to enjoy, and it's quickly becoming a lot of people's favorite show of the season, myself included. But with this widespread popularity comes a huge question. What the hell is up with the Star Eyes? And so today, I just wanted to take a look at and possibly explain the meaning behind one of the key visuals present in Oshi No Ko, being the star eyes. But before we begin, I do want to say that there will be some spoilers coming up ahead. We'll be diving deep into the anime and manga, and so there will naturally be some minor or even some major spoilers. Now back to the video. And so when the Star Eyes are first introduced, they're introduced through the character of Ai, and initially we only really see them in Ai and her descendants. And so this ultimately leads to the question, are these Star Eyes just some physical trait? Perhaps they're just a unique visual flair only associated with people of the Hoshino family. It's maybe their entertainment Sharingan. Well, this theory loses a bit of validity when we see that the star actually can disappear and reappear in the characters, and we also see that it appears in someone that isn't at all related by blood to the Hoshinos when it eventually appears in Akane. And so if this star eye isn't some freak genetic mutation, then what actually is it? Well, I personally believe that the presence of the star eye represents what the manga claims to be the ability to make lies become as believable as the truth. What actually first led me to this idea wasn't the anime or the manga, but rather the opening song for the anime being Idol performed by yoasobi. And side note, dude, this song is so good. I am absolutely in love with this song and I've been listening to it on repeat. But yeah, back to the video. In the song, there is a lyric that hints towards the meaning of the star, and that lyric is... And so, for those of you who don't know Japanese, myself included, the original annotation is this block of text, and we can roughly translate it into English as being a reincarnation of Venus. And in the Japanese, this text here literally means the first star. And so what does that mean to be the reincarnation of the morning star / Venus? And how does this relate and refer to Ai? Well, Genius actually has an incredible analysis of this text, being that Venus is commonly seen as the quote-unquote morning star or evening star. And even though it isn't actually a star, Venus is as bright as the stars. It is the brightest star-like object in the night sky, and it is visible earlier than the stars, and it also appears in the daytime. Hence, it is interpreted as the first star. And this ties in so well with the show, with Ai always being associated with love, and specifically with how she treats lying as her form of love. And this relates to Venus, who is, well, the Roman goddess of love, and likewise also a quote-unquote fake star in the night sky that can shine brighter than real stars. AKA, Venus is a lie of a star, just like Ai is a liar that is a star. Damn. There are so many layers to this, but the hints don't just stop there. In the same verse, a few lines down, the lyrics directly connect to the concept of eyes with lies, noting that even if those eyes, those words are false, they make up a perfect love. You see, through these lyrics, it becomes clear that Ai isn't a true star. Rather, her brilliance comes from her ability to lie so convincingly that she becomes as bright as a real star. And throughout the show, we see other examples that back up this claim that the star is associated with one's ability to present lies as believable as if they are the truth. With notable examples being Akane awakening the star by emulating Ai and becoming someone that she isn't for the reality TV show, as she goes as far as to grow her hair out to emulate Ai. And Aqua awakening his Ai and maintaining it throughout his acting career despite what he describes as an utter lack of natural talent, i.e., he isn't a naturally born star, but rather he's a manufactured lie of a star. And the twins only have one star when they're born, and this relates to the idea that they are conflicting between identities. The lie of being the children of I versus being the reincarnated spawn of other people. And so, this ultimately comes back to this idea of natural brilliance versus lies. And the most clear indication of what this I means isn't through who has the star eye, but rather through who doesn't have the star. And that character in particular is Arima. And so Arima is characterized in the manga as being naturally brilliant. Her eyes don't have this single bright star, but rather they're sparkly and clear and maybe appear with many stars. And in the manga, in particular in the Tokyo Blade arc, Arima has been described as the quote-unquote real deal. She's compared to the sun, which is a real star, as opposed to a character like I, who is compared to Venus, which is a morning star, aka a fake star. And Arima is a true star. She's blessed by this natural brilliance, rather than the fake stars of Akane, Aqua, and even I, that are stars only through lying, but lying so well that they make it seem like the truth. You see, Arima in particular is a direct foil to these characters, as Arima is the real deal. She's a real star. And through Arima's lack of star eyes as opposed to other characters, well, that's where the star's ability becomes really clear. And the manga says it best, that the ability to convince people of the lie, I call that star power. But for the character of Arima that well isn't a lie, she's the quote-unquote real deal. And thus, she doesn't have the eye of the morning star, for she herself is a quote-unquote real star. And so I guess what can we conclude for all of this? Well, the presence of the star in the eyes of the characters of I, Aqua, Akane, and the lack of the star in Arima's eye leads to this idea that the eyes represent a character's ability to make lies as believable as the truth, and to, well, convince people that their lies are the truth, that they should believe it. And thus ultimately, through the visuals of the eyes, we can theorize the ideas that Oshi No Ko tries to propose, being that this idea that the core of the entertainment industry is built on the foundation that entertainers can make fantastical, blissful lies become as brilliant and believable as the truth, and that ultimately lying is their form of love for us. And so with all of that said and done, thank you all for watching, and until next time, Dorlock signing off.